Are you having problems running bobbins, especially aftermarket bobbins? This is an aftermarket bobbin. A lot of people has problems with these hanging up. I'll put it on the machine and show you. So a lot of these bobbins are aftermarket. Most of them kind of, some work, some don't. A lot of people has problems with them jamming. We're going to show you how to fix that and be able to use aftermarket bobbins and not have to use original bobbins. It's overpriced and real expensive. So we got a regular bobbin. It's wobbly. We'll take it and put it on this screwdriver bar. What we're going to do is we're going to find the lowest point where it's regular size. And we'll push it down on there and we'll roll it. By slowly rolling this bobbin, it'll bend out any of the dents or spots that's too tight for it to roll on the bobbin winder. This is where all the problem comes in. Once you roll it, you get all the tight spots out, it'll become like that. Then once you get it to where it's all even, you can put it back on the sewing machine and test it. Flip the latch up and push it in real good. And now we got a smooth bobbin that'll wind. Now the way we get these measurements is we get a gauge, zero it out, so the screwdriver will measure the screwdriver. Yeah, we're about 10.24 millimeters, somewhere right in there. Maybe 10, somewhere right in that area. Let's see what the bobbin. Once you get this gap fixed in this bobbin, you can run these cheap aftermarket bobbins, and they're very cheap, especially if you get them from China. Yeah, 9.7 millimeters. As long as it stays 9.7 millimeters or close to it, it won't jam, won't hang. And you can use these just as well as you can use the real expensive original bobbins. That's the only difference between most of these aftermarket ones. Some of them won't have these notches cut in them on the sides. If you use a Singer machine, you'll have to have these notches. But now if you're running something like a Necky, you won't need those notches. You can use those cheap bobbins on your Necky. Just slide them on. You got that little spring there, it holds it tight. As long as it fits in that right there's what you're looking for. As long as it stays in there, you'll have a good, smooth, even turn. That's the only thing you're looking for right there. As long as it stays smooth and even, it's the same gap distance all the way around, this bobbin will work perfect. It will work just as good as any of the original bobbins that people's asking crazy prices for. So this is the tip to fixing your bobbin issue. A lot of people's been questioning about that. I've got a sewing machine. I want to use it every day, but I'm having bobbin issues. This is how you solve your bobbin issue. And this will cause the price of original bobbins to come down. Because you don't have to have original bobbins. You can just use these, slap them on. Once that gap is perfect in there, it will latch right up and you won't have any problem. It'll turn just perfect. That's how you can buy 100 of these really cheap from China. They work perfect once you fix them. As long as you got a bar that's somewhere around 9.7, you could even spread it out a little bit larger. You could bump it on up to maybe 10, regular 10 millimeter gap if you wanted. Just keep testing it on your machine. Some of these will be different. Some will be a little bit wider than others. But yeah, that's the trick to keeping your bobbins without having to go with original bobbins and pay some crazy prices.